What is going on, Fantasy Balls team managers? We are here with the Week 7 update. Interesting week. Um, I don't, I don't, I, don't really know how to describe this week. First things first, Chumba. I don't care that my door is open and you can see the reflection in the mirror. I don't give a fuck. Oh, that doesn't focus in the reflection, but you get the idea of what I'm going for. Um, interesting week this week. We're gonna dive right into it. I'll get there when I get there, I guess. So starting off with the game of the week, we had the Seattle Sucker Punchers going head to head against the Boogeyman, Johnny K. Cornobus. Loses in this one. The 2-3-3 teams head to head. Alec wins by about 25 points. Tough week for John. Excuse me. John's third highest score was his defense with 15. Which your defense putting up 15 is big. But that being your third highest score, your defense, also kind of tough at the same time. Alec had a pretty good week. Put up 152. Had a couple of people, 2 people specifically, 20 plus, Christian McCaffrey and Jamar Gibbs. Jamar Gibbs finally having a game. Alec's going to have to figure something out with Chris Olave. Don't know if he's been suspended yet. Let me click on him. Let's see. I'm assuming he's going to be, right? I mean, wasn't in the week 8 practice report. Apparently has no change in his standing with the Saints. So maybe he's not going to get suspended. The NFL doesn't care about crime as long as the ratings are up. So maybe he'll be fine. I don't know. But Alec gets the W, goes into the wins, the plus 500 column. I don't fucking know. It was a long day, man. A lot of shit happened. 4-3. Alec with the 4-3 record now. John falls to 3-4. Not out of it yet, but we're getting to the second half of the season. It's all right, Johnny. I'm in the same boat. We move now to the win or lose, we booze. Just putting the absolute dicking down on Upstate New York sucks. Tough week for Connor. Doesn't break 100 points. This is one of the rough things that I'm talking about. What the hell's going on, Connor? I get it. Cooper Kupp only put up 6 points. Bijan Robinson, that's a whole other issue. Only had 2 people on buys, and they're not that important. Just what the fuck's going? Tua only put up 10 points. Like, it's just a tough week for Connor. But what the fuck's going on? 0-7 now, last in the Long Island division, didn't even break 100 points. The sad thing is, Connor's not the lowest scorer this week. Don't know how the fuck that's possible at 84 points. But just buckle up, because that's coming. So yeah, Chumba's continuing to show that he's a team to be messed with. Jalen Brunson turns the ball over, breakaway for the Celtics. Anyway, Chumba's showing, he's somebody to be messed with going forward. That trade that he made him seems to be working out in his favor. Next, we move into the Honey Badgers versus Diversity Inclusion. Jakey boy moves to 5-2, having a real solid season over here. Nothing to complain about this guy. Absolutely just putting up numbers. Has a great roster. Even his lower players that didn't put up points this week, they have the opportunity. Keenan Allen only put up 9 points. Travis Kelce with 35. Stephon Diggs with 17. Jonathan Taylor with 21. Isaiah Pacheco with 16. Brock Purdy with 12. Christian Kirk 19. Jake's putting up 150 points this week. Absolute great performance from Jake. Brochard just couldn't keep up. Diversity inclusion can't Can't keep up. Good game from Josh Allen, putting up 24. Kenneth Walker, all right, but nobody else. I mean, not even all right. 13 points, like all right. Mark Andrews put up 22, but nobody really standing out. Putting up 117, it's respectable, but clearly in this league this year, 117 is not going to cut it. We got people putting up 150 on a weekly basis. Wild stuff going on. So Brochard falls to 2-5. Jake moves to 5-2. Really starting to get a clear picture of what's going on in this league. Now here's the game that I just don't know. Cause first of all, let's be very clear about something. Eddie got saved by Jordan Addison. I believe that was Monday Night Football, right? I think that was the Monday night game. If not, it was Sunday night. I forget exactly. One of those primetime games, Eddie got saved by Jordan Addison, putting up 31 points. So let's be clear about that, okay? Because Eddie still only put up 106 points. Broke triple digits. That's respectable. Only one less point than I did, but again, I'll get to my team in a second. Not satisfied with them. But that 30-point performance saved Eddie's ass, right? Without that 30-point, 3-touchdown game? What was it? 2 touchdowns for 123 yards on 7 catches. Saved Eddie's ass. And on the other side, I don't know what the fuck happened to Griff's team. Griff clearly, tough week for his bye. Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, Dameon Pierce. Tough week to have a bye. Justin Fields out. That's his starting quarterback normally. Cam Akers playing against the 49ers. Didn't start him. Only had 8 points. And Pat Freiermuth didn't play, it looks like. So didn't have many options on the bench. Bench only put up 8 points. But the starters didn't do much better, if we're being honest. Griff's out here starting Kadarius Toney, Zach Charbonnet. I'm guessing that's how you say it. Don't even know who the fuck he is. Seattle running back, 0 points. Raheem Mostert, 6 points. Couldn't get it going against the Eagles. Brandon Ayuk, 10. Michael Thomas, 13. All right. Lions, -7 defense. Amari Cooper, 4. Joshua Dobbs, 16. The saving grace. But Griff doesn't break 50 points. This is like a shunnable offense. 49.64? What do I say to that? 1-6, not much better than fucking Connor. I think Griff might have been lucky with one of his games, honestly. I don't recall his one win. But this offends me more than Connor being undefeated. Not undefeated. Winless. Less than 50 points. I don't know if I've ever seen that. We've had individual players put up 50 points this year. On multiple occasions. Different players. But it's happened many times. Griff would have lost to them with a full starting lineup. I'm offended by this. Eddie, I feel like, gets away with one here. 6-1, first in the Long Island Division still. But any other team, other than Connor or Griff, Eddie loses. I don't know if that's a concern to have. He had Breece Hall, DeAndre Hopkins, and Nico Collins on a bye, so it's not even like his team was that down of star players or anything. But I don't know. Is Eddie a fraud? I don't know. But Eddie moves to 6-1. Griff moves to 1-6. Griff, get your shit together. I don't know anymore. And then we get to my game. I left this game for last because I'm simultaneously so impressed, but also depressed. I lost, obviously. For those of you that haven't looked at the full scoreboard this week, I just did a weird twitch with my face. Runge moves to 6-1. This kid put up 208 points. Almost everybody had 20 plus. Maybe not almost. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 10. Half. Half of his team put up 20 plus. That's including 33 from Mahomes, 29 from Alvin Kamara, who, by the way, the most bullshit 29-point game ever. 17 carries for 62 yards, 12 catches for 91 yards. Bunch of fucking checkdowns over and over and over again. Averaged 3.6 yards a run. No touchdowns. Just kept checking down to him. Bullshit. Gus Edwards, 21. Jacoby Myers, 18. Last second touchdown, by the way. Jacoby Myers. 1 touchdown, and it was in the last 4 minutes of the game, I want to say. Bullshit. Pissed me off. Joshua Palmer, 18 points. Darren Waller, 22. Mike Evans, 20. Cortland Sutton, 19.6. So basically 6 people had 20 points. Browns defense, 12. What the fuck was going on with the Browns defense? Not even the whole defense. Fucking Myles Garrett just decided to be like, oh, I'm the fucking biggest dude ever. Just watch me run through this team. And then even Younghoe Koo, 13 points from the kicker. Don't get me wrong. My bench was embarrassing. Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow, C.J. Stroud, Jameson Williams, Kyron Williams, who's now on the IR. Cowboys defense, Royce Freeman, 6 points total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them did not play of the 7 on my bench. My best player's out. Now my best running back is out for at least 4 weeks. Okay. Just 107 points. I made triple digits. Fine. Puka Nacua, 23 points. Amon-Ra, 23 points. Wide receivers are doing fine. But again, my best wide receiver's out. I'm just 14 points from Matthew Stafford, my third string quarterback, who I only picked up for this game. I just don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to compete with 200 fucking points. I lost by 101, and I was in triple digits. I had the biggest loss of the week. And I was not near the lowest scorer. Which is just tough. There's nothing I can do about that. But it's tough. Points for Chumba, leading the way, only person over 1,000 points, followed by Jake. I have dropped significantly in this category. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, I was in the top 3. Justin Jefferson goes down. I am now 6th. I am 6th for point scoring. And on top of that, last for points against. So, fuck off, Siri. So, my team's in the dumps, and it's not getting any better. Somehow, I'm still second place in the Long Island division. The Upstate division is clearly the better division right now. Return of the King, Runge, 6-1. Jake and Chumba living in the same house, both 5-2. Seattle Sucker Punchers, 4-3. Wallach holding them down a bit at 1-6. But we only got one person on Long Island division in the Long Island division that's got a positive record. So I just don't know. It's a tough year. Lots of low scoring. Just some technical fouls getting given out. It's been a tough year. I know that this week was bye Mageddon. With all the bye weeks, that's what they were calling it on NFL Red Zone. But alas, we made it through. We're going into next week, week 8. Okay, here it comes. Oh God, not NFL score. I'm fucking up. Where am I? Scoreboard. Here we go. Game of the week. Who are we doing it? Who's it gonna be? Not really any good matchups. Honestly, we got me versus Chumba. Frankly, I'm not super confident. We got John versus Rungy. Eddie versus Sucker Punchers, Alec. Brochard versus Wallach. And Connor versus Honey Badgers. I think I'm going to give it to Eddie and the Seattle Sucker Punchers. I think Eddie has to come back and show that he deserves to be 6-1 and taken seriously. And Sucker Punchers are trying to work their way up the ladder. So that's what I'm going to do. Game of the week, Sucker Punchers versus Barclays Thunder Thighs. That's the game of the week. That's the recap. Lots of disappointment this week. Let's pull it up, pick it back up. This week's got to be better, gents. Can't have another week like that, Griff. Just get your shit together. Apologies for the long video. Didn't even look at the games beforehand. So I was doing everything on the fly there. Had no pre-planning whatsoever. So yeah, that's an update.